So hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well. Shout out to my supporters, honey. Listen, don't think I'll be forgetting about y'all. Okay, I'll be getting on here. I'll be having my mission. Bella, back up. I'll be getting on here. I'll be having my mission. So I'll be just jumping into my tea. And yeah, hasta duleditos. Listen, Bella, y'all, she think that she's about to eat my motherfucking candy. You all, there's this good as Mexican candy called Ace Duleditos, and they're like gummy with Lucas in it. Y'all, they are so good. And I'm sitting here eating. I ate like three of them already. This is my fourth one. I ate my dinner like at 6:30 today. I had wheat berry salad, which was roasted yams with feta cheese, cranberries, apple cider vinegar, kale, and wheat berries, which are like quinoa. They're little tiny beaded things. Yeah, I should have waited to put this one in my mouth. Oh my god. Mm, mm. But Bella thinks she gonna get one. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's not at work, baby. Hell. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, okay. So I just kind of want feedback from y'all because, of course, I mean, we're going to do this two ways. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, then I'm going to ask y'all about some tea because, of course, people be like, I miss our old chats. I miss what we used to do. And I kind of want to get back into doing that, right? But so I want your feedback on something. So, first thing is first, okay? Y'all, the love series that I did is an example of, and lightly, we like touched the surface, right? Of the idea, and I was going to say the idea because, of course, different people have different perceptions of things, but the idea that there's not one way to do anything, there's multiple ways of doing things, and there's multiple ways of doing things, not because we understand things differently, but because there's levels to the work that you do. Right. And so even going into the, separating black magic from white magic, right? And people get so confused and they're afraid because they're like, I don't want anything to backfire on me when I'm doing working for people. I always tell people this, right? If, because I'm going to split this down the middle, right? Or we're going to, separate this, right? We're going to differentiate the difference between white magic and black magic when it comes to love work. If a person does not want to be involved with you and they have said it, they've shown actions, and I've just said it, but they've also shown actions to match it, meaning they blocked you, they changed their number, they relocated, they, purposefully, intentionally want to keep their distance from you. And you're still persistent that this is your one. They're telling you that they're not the one. They're telling you that you're not their type, but you're still persistent like they are the one. And then you decide to do work on them. That is considered black magic. Because, of course, two spirits or two entities are not in agreement to a union. And there creates some type of friction, right? And it's black magic because the energy is now going to be heavier because now you got to get in and you got to manipulate, control, and demand, which are three different things, right? Versus going into love work. Let's say a good example. This man told you that you're not the one. He's like, no, I don't really want you. You're not my type, blah, 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 blah. But just so happened you did something or y'all did something together that went against all odds that he said. Like he said he was never going to have a kid. He was ready for a kid. Just happened you had a kid with him, etc., etc. Any workings that gets done on this man or this woman, most of my clients are women. 80% of my clients are women. So I always use, the scenarios of woman versus man, right? The woman doing things on the man. that would be considered white magic because he's giving you the idea that there is a chance, there's hope, right? And so that little inkling hope, that's an agreement, right? Action is an agreement, right? And so, like I said, that's white magic. Now it gets a little complicated, so a lot of people don't like doing love work. I made a very, very interesting um, older witch back in Stockton. I want to say 2018, 2020. I actually saw her again last year. She moved to Idaho and she ended up moving back to California. And just so happened, when I went to Stockton to visit family and friends, she's at the herbal place that I go to. And I was like, whoa, I was shocked to see her, right? And we were just talking and girl, she was so cute, girl. I didn't glue my wig down and she tried to hug me and the wig started to slip. And I was like, ooh, my wig. And she was like, oh my God, your hair is long. I was like, oh girl, it's a wig. And she's like, it's still long. So I was like, oh, she's so cute. Irish woman, tall, girl, very androgynous too, very androgynous. Have like 4 kids, adopted 1 kid, very interesting. She's dating a leprechaun. That's what she call him. Anyway, we're not gonna get too deep into that because people I know who the fuck I'm talking about, so we're not getting into the story. But she's like, I would not do any type of love work because it's so complicated, and it is, y'all. There is so many degrees to love work. And of course, love work starts with self. So if you are not a reflection of what you're seeking, you're going to have a hard time manifesting that energy. And even going into, stand on the white magic stuff, like I said, if there's any idea that this person, this is why we do consultations and we do readings to see if there's some type of connection there, and we do workings based on that. I will say this, people have gotten work done with me. We've done work together and it becomes a very, like I'm looking at all sides of the story, right? Like you're coming to me and the first thing I'm thinking is, what exactly are you expecting on this outcome? What is your purpose for this love work, right? Why? Why would you want to do love work on this person? What's going on? So this is the first angle that I'm coming from, right? And then I listen to the story and then I assess from there. And then of course, if we move forward into an actual reading and or we're doing energetic work on a specific thing, I will do reading and reading on the work, and my spirits will tell me, yes, this is the right work you're doing, and or you're going about this wrong because they're not being completely honest. And I will even send a message after we started doing the work to confirm. So you're confirming to me that ABCDFG, and they'll be like, yes, yes, yes. Y'all, a lot of times people will, and I always say this, right? Since 2016, I don't know if people are afraid that I'm going to tell them no, that I'm not going to do this working. I don't know if people are afraid, like if they think like them not telling me the whole truth and I'm not going to find out the truth. I don't know if they think like they're keeping some type of secret from me and my spirits when we're doing it. I don't know what it really is. Of course, I could pinpoint it and I could, in people's eyes assume, but I'm not assuming. I'm assessing the energy and I'm interpreting what I'm assessing. People will be like, I really want to be with this individual. They're everything I want, everything I need. They told me a good story, good game. And I kind of want to work on this situation because I feel like we're losing intimacy. We're losing energy. They're doing what they want to do. And I also feel like there's another person in the picture, right? Based on that, if we're not doing a reading, I'm going to go based on that. And we're going to do work based on that. And I will even convey back and forth, either in a message and or over the phone verbally. But this is the type of work that we're doing. And of course, they have, they can correct me and say, no, this is what I want done. But a lot of times, you guys, and I know this is why a lot of spiritualists who are authentic don't want to do love work. Right. And I say authentic love work because a lot of these people who are so-called spiritualists doing love work, they are doing it for the money because they know that love is the interest of everybody's looking for love. Right. And they know this. So that's the first thing they go for. And of course, you can tell if it is what it is, whether they're married or not. Because some people use the idea, well, that person's single, so they really don't think about love. I'm married, so I know a lot about love. But a lot of people don't even know that there's a such thing between intimate relationship, companionship, partnership and a actual strong connection, or we call them a soulmate connection. A lot of these people, especially older people who have been together before the 90s, they're in a companion type of relationship. They're in a partnership, which means that these individuals have agreed either spiritually or verbally, okay, or by actions, that we're not really in love, but we're going to stay together for the purpose of our family, friends, and or children. A lot of people, and like I said, girl, we can call names if we need to. You look up, a lot of these spiritual people that be talking about stuff, that they're in a relationship, they have kids, and, don't get work done with people who don't have kids and we're not in a relationship. And I keep saying, I'm single by choice. Baby, we could definitely do, maybe I could start vlogging or something every day, going out, girl, going to the gas station, going to get something to eat, going, whatever, just go do random shit. And girl, have some type of 360 camera view, and you will catch the T, the we, and the, and all that. Girl, it got to a point to where, girl, I started going out with headphones on and playing my music loud as fuck, because if I can hear you, I'm going to respond to you. It's hard for me to like ignore shit like that, right? And so it's like, girl, so either way, going back into that, companionship means that you're settling for this person. You don't really care to be intimate with them. You don't really care. You probably are not even sexually attracted to them. You like their company. You like how they make you feel through conversation. Maybe you even like their sexual energy, right? Because that also is another type of relationship. But it's not a 360. It's not a what they call an equally yoked situation. An equally yoked situation means that it is deeper than just companionship. Y'all are sexually attracted to each other. You guys love each other's mind. You guys love each other's ideas. You guys feed off each other. You guys literally really complete each other. He or she can complete your sentences. Maybe what you like, they don't like, all of that, but you still compliment each other. And also, you will start to look like each other too. People say, damn, y'all been married for how many years? And you will start to see each other in each other. And it's another is how you know if people are meant to be, right? They're tribe. You know they're meant to connect, or there's some type of real spiritual connection there. And so either way, the idea or that people will try to not tell you the full story, like instead of saying this man said he don't want anything to do with me, but he left me with a baby. This man said that he don't really like me. He called me out my name. We got into a fight. He threw me down a flight of stairs. But then we had sex 2 days later. No, baby, that's not mixed emotions. That's not mixed messages that this man likes you, but he's acting like he don't like you. Baby, no. That means that man don't want you. And if you were to voice that to me, we'll be doing a different type of work. It'll be saying, hey, either you need to go ahead and leave this man alone and find you another place because the man's finally ain't cute. And or if you're saying, I really want to work it out with this man, then we're going to do some type of reconciliation work to then see if you guys can hash it out and come together. But like I said, a lot of people would tell me one thing, we do the work. And it's more to the story. And it's very complicated because, of course, they'll be like, well, you're the spiritual advisor, blah, 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 blah. Honey, listen, we'll be doing a 12-hour reading the way that a lot of these people, they be in complicated situations. A lot of people, they'll be with someone for like 2 or 3 years and they already have a complicated situation. So sitting down, unless you're asking specific questions, like, what is he doing right now? How's he doing it right now? Is he seeing anyone else? Like, if you're not asking specific questions like that, I'm not even going to bother tapping into that. Because there'll be a lot with a lot, y'all. And especially going into people who don't really love themselves and they're looking for codependency. They're looking for a daddy. And of course, if you're looking for a daddy, like a sugar daddy or a sponsor, that's another type of work too. But if you're looking to have a relationship with your sponsor, or you're looking to have a relationship with your pimp, or you're looking to have a relationship with your manager, because I've had work, I've done work with people like that, and I'm not saying no names, but, people are trying to become singers, rappers, whatever. The man worked in the industry and he's like, I'm going to help you out. And then they get together, they start having sex. And then the man is like, oh, fuck it. I ain't helping your career out no more. So now they're kind of left in the dirt, in the dust. They wasted 10 years, 5 years, whatever. And it's like, well, you know, you get what you want first, and then you give them what they want. Like, you don't settle, you don't take a sixth of the pie unless that's what you want to do. The same thing with this as well. As I said, even going into love work and doing love work for people, because love work is so complicated and energy is so heavy. If you are trying to, let's say a man is happily married or a man is married and he's telling you, because I've been there, done that, that he's going to divorce his wife to be with you. And this man led you to believe that this is, you know, that you're the one, you're the two, you're the three, whatever. But you met this man because you were an escort, a prostitute, a stripper, or whatever the case may be. Okay. You met this man through that type of working. And you're trying to convince this man to leave his wife. And you want me to assist you with that. I don't do that type of work. I won't do that type of work. Because like I said, things get a little complicated. Now it can become a very, you know, a deep spiritual war, because the wife could be doing work on this man to keep him, you know, coming home. And it's just, it gets heavy. Okay. If you want, of course, I will always advise, because it's not about my personal opinion. It's about, you know, you coming to me for advice and I'm sharing advice with you. But if you're trying to find or you're trying to connect, and it's all about knowing who and what you are to and what your lane is. You met the man the same way you met him, the same way you're going to lose him. That's kind of common sense. So it's like at the end of the day, you have to question what you want with this man, how you want to go about getting from this man, and the time frame. And if he doesn't show up, because of course, although the energy work is being done, you still have to do the physical work, right? You still have to show some type of connection or get him to agree to what it is that you're trying to manifest for it to come through. Once again, controlling and demanding, we typically do that type of work when it comes to like a sugar baby or someone who's seeking a sponsor. Okay, we don't do control and demanding on a side female who know that she's a side female, who met this man as a side female and try to become the main one. That's not how that works. Okay. And so understanding this, and I even say this too, this is why we offer classes, right? And even going into personal workings, I told y'all, and I kind of stopped doing this, but I need to get back into this. If you get work done, based on the work that we do, I'm going to send you a customized video going over detail of the work we're doing, expectation, possibilities, and probabilities. And I may even go into what could possibly stop A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And of course, this is for your discretion. This is for, you know, for you to, you know, understand how things are done. And then of course you'll respond back, and then I know, you know, to move forward with the work. But that's what I did for some time. I think 2018 and 2020. And I'm going to get back into that. But it's a lot with a lot, y'all. And like I said, love work is a very common thing, but it's a very complicated thing. And it could be very, very successful. But you have to know your position. You have to also come to me with everything. You got to lay it all out. Mystic, I'm letting it all on the table. We're not going to get into details. We're not going to give dates, periods. We're just going to say, I've been knowing this man for 36 months. And for the past 36 months, 80% of the time, he's been disrespectful. He blah, 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 blah. And he also told me, because of course I shouldn't have to ask, you know, did he tell you he don't want to be with you? Did he put his hands on you? Like, I shouldn't have to ask those questions, honey. You know what it is. This is what it is. This is what I expect. I understand that this is, you know, hindering me, blocking me, but you know, this is what I want. And of course we're gonna talk. I'm gonna tell you what it is. We're gonna keep it pushing. You can decide how you want to go about that. Like I said, I am not going to ever force someone who does not want to be with you. Like I said, I don't do that type of working, because I do believe in love. I am open to love in the future. And bitch, I'm not crossing myself and tying myself up for a side. Oh, I'm gonna say something. A side piece or a prostitute that thinks she's gonna be somebody's wife and she met the guy as a John. We're not gonna do that part, girl, because we're not gonna do that, babe. If you know what it was and you met him, that's what it's gonna always be. And regardless of what he tell you, because we call it the girlfriend experience, right? Role playing, right? I remember, y'all, years ago, I had an older client who was a judge, okay, in San Joaquin County. We don't have to say names. He was married and he had a wedding fantasy. When this man came to me, he came to me, and this is for 99% of my clients, right? They never came to me for a trans experience. They came to me for a woman experience, right? Because we didn't get into the sexual stuff. If we ever got into sexual stuff, that was my discretion. That was what I wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do. But it was never not, we're going to meet up, we're going to do ABC. No, it just blossomed into that if we ever did that. But they came to me for experiences, right? And a lot of it was domination. A lot of it was role playing. A lot of it was also going into massage therapy, really massage therapy, not happy ending massage therapy. I want to point that out. And so either way, this client in particular, he wanted and this is what I always thought girlfriend experience meant. I didn't know girlfriend experience mean that y'all, have sex unprotectedly and blah, 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 blah. No, girl. Literally, I role played as his wife. He bought me a wedding dress. Y'all, every time I met this man, I had to put on his wedding dress. Literally, get made up as the wife. He would come. We would have conversations. He would, bring me gifts, whatever, money. Of course, money because I charge my damn time. Give me my money. We'll have conversations. We'll be, cuddled up, watching a movie, having conversation. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I want to say after like a year or two of having him as a client, there was exchanges of like kissing, hugging, but I was not sexually attracted to this man. He was a much older man. He was definitely not my type. He looked like some type of lizard. Girl, listen, I'm not gonna get into it. Like I said, girl. But anyway, every time he came, he gave me my donation and some. And so it's like the same thing with that. There are guys that are interested in playing a role. There's even a type of person out there, and they claim it's a zodiacal energy, that like to sex play. And sex play and the idea of having a baby. So they don't want to actually have a baby, but they want to do things to create, like they fantasize about being a father or being a mother too, because the woman do it as well. And there's people out there like that. So that's why a lot of times they will do the role, have the kid, and then there's a lot of single mothers out there because a lot of men are inside. So when you learn about domination, controlling, demanding, when you learn about the different types of men and you know what they're into, what they want, and there's lots of books out there on this. Y'all, this is nothing new. There's lots of books out there on profiling. Y'all, they had books back in the day, and I read them. And I still got some of them too. Hello. They had books on the type of DL man, the type of gay man, right? It would tell you what this type of man was. This is the type of man that will blah, 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 blah. This type of man that will do, the trade, the this and that. Girl, they broke it down on what these type of men were. And even going into outside of that, because they also had in this book too, stuff about heterosexual men. And so I studied, of course, going into astrology and all that good stuff. I studied these things, y'all, and I would go to the library, I would get these books and I would compare and contrast, write shit down. Like what I'm really trying to do is go into my mom's old storage because my mom had the storage for like 20-something years. And y'all, I know she got my old shit up in there. I know she got my old books when I was a teenager. And I would love to go there, get my shit, get on camera and show y'all my old note shit. Because girl, listen. Girl, listen, when I had my little group meetings with my people, I would go do my homework. Let me go to the library and get some books. And, sometimes they'd be like, well, the books ain't going to be there. You got to actually go to this and that and that. But still, bitch, I was smart enough to say, well, this is something that happened in history. There has to be a book on it. So we're talking about the Gregorian whatever. Let me see if they got books on Gregorian whatever. And then I would get these books. And, of course, they'd be talking about the mundane bullshit. And then I'll be like, well, is this what this is? And then I would get on there. I would start search shit up on the internet. And I remember they had one site blocked and I was so confused. Like, why is this site blocked? And the lady was like, well, maybe it's not PG-13. Ma'am, it's a spiritual fucking site. What do you mean it's not PG-13? What the fuck y'all talking about? Anyway. So y'all, you have to know where you stand, right? Before you can do any successful work. That's the bottom line. You have to know where you stand. You have to know your angle of manifestation and also your desire. And, ask yourself that too. Give yourself an assessment. Okay. Regardless of what we experience, regardless of what me and this man or me and this person had a conversation about, what would be the chance of him marrying me? What would be, and this is your own assessment. What would be the chance of him marrying me? What would be the chance of him retiring from being a player? And of course, in your mind, you're already thinking, nah, that's not going to happen. Oh, he ain't never going to do it. Oh, no, he's too deep into it. Oh, because girl, listen, y'all, not telling nobody's business. And then I'm going to go into my tea and I'm going to be done. People would get, work done with me on their partners, and they would be like, I want to marry this man. I want to have a life with this man. I want us to have kids. He don't have kids. I don't have kids, but I want to have kids. And blah, 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 blah. And then on the flip side, they'll be reading this man down. He's a homosexual. I think he like his booty hole play with. Do you think he likes to get fucked by his homeboy? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, either you're into gay men or you have some very, very low self-esteem, babe. Because if you think that this man, because you can't compete with a dick, babe. You cannot compete with a penis. If a man likes to suck and play with a penis, you can't compete with that, babe. He's going to always go to that. That's what I would say going into DL man. A DL man is a gay man. There's no way around that. He's a gay man who feels like he has to like vagina because of the stereotypes and what society would think of him. Also, some of them like to play that role to please their parents, because even going into the gay men, a lot of gay men I know, they claim they were bisexual at first. And I would say 99.99% of the gay men I met, they all came out as fucking bisexual first. Because like I said, they were thinking about, well, what will my parents think about this? How would they think about me being? So they have to, straddle the fence. So it's like, girl, if you have to sit on this phone, I don't know this man, and you're asking me to help you do work to manifest this man, but yes, you're reading him down, talking about he stink, and he's this and he's that, and he's gay, and all this good shit. So why are we doing this work? And so that would confuse me to the heavens, y'all. Where I'm like, so I'm so confused here. So you want this man or you don't want this man? Oh, I want him, but I want him to change his ways, baby. If this man is gay, he's gay. This man is an abusive man. He's an abusive man. Baby, you could change the idea that the man is the one for you, and yet he's like, we are meant to be together, but I don't know if I really want this right now. And or once again, he's played with you. He said that he wanted you, and then maybe he shows signs or he done actions where he don't want you, where he clowns you a little bit, made you feel some type of way. Then, like I said, yeah, there's a game being played and you have the right to go about doing things. But like I said, the man flat out said he don't want you and he blocked you. There's no type of connection, no type of intimacy. He doesn't flirt with you. There's not any type of anything with that. And this is outside of you getting a reading with me. If you got a reading with me, I tell you that this is the man, then y'all going to work it out. Baby, trust me, it's the man, y'all going to work it out. But baby, if you're outside of that, the actions are speaking louder than the words. Baby, he don't want you. You're not going to change him. You cannot change a man. You cannot change a woman. Don't let these people psych you up and get you fucked up. Don't let these people sit here and stunt your spiritual growth, because a lot of people, that be their agenda. Their agenda be because they're so miserable in their situation, they don't want a individual to excel or be better than them in their situation. So they're going to spew all over you negative things. Oh, men are dogs, so you're going to have to work this dog. You're going to have to walk this dog. And also the good shit. I'm just like, girl, I'm confused. So aren't you married? So if a man is a dog, you married a dog. Who? I just don't understand it, y'all. Men are dogs that you like having sex with men. Like, girl, make it make sense, girl. Is he a dog or is he not a dog? Because I had fucked relationships with men, but I don't think men are dogs. Okay? I've had fucked up relationships, with men, dogged out, beat on, left for dead. Bitch got fucked up. Okay? But it haven't made me say, "Ooh, girl, I ain't dealing with no confused ass motherfucker. I ain't fucking with a girl." So it comes down to a lot. Like, are you really happy with yourself? Are you really connecting with yourself when you're connected with this individual? And this is really what it comes down to. Is this person unlocking things within you that you never even realized about yourself? That's how you know this is the one. That's how you know this is the energy that you're supposed to have in your life. He's not going to keep you comfortable in your old ways. He's not going to watch you struggle and be okay with you struggling. Okay? And so anyway, that's it, y'all. Finishing off what we kind of talked about yesterday, and then the emails that I was getting and little comments and stuff. I'm just like, girl, honey. You have to figure out what you want. You have to give yourself an ultimatum. When you're doing spiritual work, you have to give your spiritual ultimatum and say flat out, I'm not doing this work past 6 months, spirit. If this man is coming, and that, like I said, that's the window, girl. That's the window, y'all. I learned from a very, very, very old school spiritualist. When I say old school spiritualists that have been doing work since 19 motherfucking 36. Can we talk about it? 19 motherfucking 36. Okay? And was at his peak, okay, in the motherfucking 70s. Okay? So, well, 67 to 75, whatever. 60 to 70s. At the end of the day, okay, it really comes down to, you guys, you have to know what you want. You have to set yourself out to get what you want. And I was going somewhere with that too. And I was just thinking about Mr. Raj, girl. Y'all remember Mr. Raj? Huh? Yeah. Just thinking about him. And still kicking, annoying, not being funny, annoying sometimes, girl. And, girl, the way he's, say my name and shit, girl, just, yeah, ooh, girl. He be getting me right together. And not annoying y'all like I can't stand I can't stand him. But like, girl, right? Like, okay, like a smart ass. Like, okay, what are we talking about here? But I heard some very valuable things from that man. Very incredible things, honey. Anyway, y'all, let me get up over that. Let me say what I'm gonna say, that I'm gonna be gone. What I was thinking about, y'all, this is just feedback, this ideas, right? What would y'all think about me at home one day for about 3 or 4 hours? Maybe we could slowly increase. Maybe we could start for like 2 or 3 hours where we sit here. I'll be doing live readings. Depending on the reading or situation, I will have the mic open or the mic turned off. But you guys can kind of see workings, right? You guys can get an idea of workings. We'll also be sharing ideas. Maybe we'll do like a midnight medicinal. We'll touch over some stuff very lightly, politely. I'll look for some light stuff to talk about. But you guys can kind of see a little behind the scenes of my workday, right? And like I said, periodically, but starting this, I was going to do this like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I was like, I don't know. Girl, I don't want to be there just to be there, girl. Shit is being recorded. And girl, you know what I mean? Like, I want to like set it up, give y'all kind of like a, listen, y'all, this is what I want to do one of these days. Y'all let me know if y'all would, care to see it. If you don't care to see it, we won't do it. But that's what we would do. We would kind of sit there behind the scenes, that we'll prepare with each other. Like I said, I'll do some readings. I'll do some consultations, whether it's with you guys live on here or it's with my in-person clients and they're calling me to do tea, because I don't do, and I always take out this, I remember even in Stockton, I met a girl who was like jumping from spiritualist to spiritualist girl, and allegedly one of these spiritualists fucked her up. This spiritualist was claiming to be the daughter of Yemaya, but their shop got fucked up. And this girl was like, yeah, her shop got fucked up because she was in there doing some readings on people. And so I was already kind of thinking like, girl, your energy is going to be a little weird for me anyway. But she was under the assumption that I was going to go to her house and give her a reading at her house. And I was telling her flat out, I don't do readings like that in people's home and stuff, and we can go into that lightly. But yeah, I do my readings over the phone. Okay. Even in person. Now, I've gone to people's home and they've asked me what I think this is energetically. I've interpreted what I'm feeling and sensing, but very light work. But to actually sit here, open myself up, and use myself as a portal and just letting shit come in and out. Like, we're not doing that. Like maybe if we were to do some type of house cleanse, a thorough house cleanse, there was some type of energetic setup, and there's, and it's a work in progress. And then after that we do, yes. But like I said, I would never, go to someone's house or you come to my house and I have an office and we're doing readings at my home, because like I said, the home to me is a box, right? It is a portal. It is an entry and it's an exiting point. And so if I go to your house and you have all these spirits upon you, because you're getting a reading on your love life, but maybe you have energy attached to you. Maybe you're, there's a lot of possibilities. Maybe there's energy attached to you. Maybe you let people in and out your home and their energy is there. And then the idea that I'm going to open myself up to interpret what energy I'm sensing. Now I'm seeing stuff. Now I'm feeling stuff. Now I'm smelling stuff. Now I'm tasting stuff. And then even going into how energy will follow me home. because now I've opened myself up, and it takes time for that energetic gate to close. I've seen thousands of times, okay, other spiritualists online and them telling stories that they will have like their guardian spirits there and say, close the door and don't let no spirits come in. When I tell y'all, it depends on the type of reading you've done. If you've done a very in-depth, high vibrational reading with someone, like let's say this person is high energetic, maybe they're intuitive, maybe they practice the arts, maybe they've done heavy work. If you get into doing a reading on them or for them, y'all, it could take several hours for and up to several days for that energy to close out, right? And so the whole time that it's closing out, any energy can come in and out. Oh no, babe, we're not doing that. Girl, light bulbs have blown out. Girl, locks have been locked. Keys have been lost. Hello, baby, let's talk about it. In my new car, baby, my keys have been locked in my car before. I remember I did a real big, heavy reading for somebody. And girl, I was like, ooh, this person, ooh, they got a lot going on. And we just hear it, and I'm going to send you some money so we can do this because I really want to. I'm like, okay, bam. Girl, after like 4 hours, I was like, yeah, we got to end this because this is getting to be a little too much for me. Long story short, y'all, for like 2 or 3 days, things were happening. Like even this was like 2 or 3 years ago, a situation happened. Did a reading with someone. We did our tea. Everything was good. I was waiting to hear back from them because we did a reading, but they were like, I think I want to do another reading because I was adopted. I don't know my ancestry. Blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, I'm waiting to get back from them, y'all. So this energy is is closing out. Long story short, y'all, my car will not lock if the keys are in there, especially the main key, because I have a low jack on my car. So there's a little module thing that's on the key and that's also in the car. So the car will not lock with the keys in there. I've tried it so many times, right? Before I got my auto lock and start put on there. Long story short, y'all, the car got locked. And this crazy thing about it too, my other car can't be locked neither, but Bella and Anubis got locked in there and their leashes was on and Anubis was like choking out Bella. And y'all, I was about to break that damn glass to get up in there. If it wasn't for Allstate Roadside to come out there to open that door, baby, I was about to bust that glass. And my friend was like, you could have called the police. They could have came and they could have unlocked it too. But it was so weird because y'all, the doors does not lock if the keys are in there, especially my other car, because yeah, it's a magnetic key. So it will not lock if the key is in there and it locked. And I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? And so anyway, no, ma'am, I will not go to your house. Even when it comes to Airbnbs and y'all, and when I travel and go to hotel stuff, I'm very, very leery about doing readings and stuff in hotels as well, because that type of energy come up. Like I remember a hotel in particular, it was in Bakersfield, California. I did a reading and the girl was talking about this is now blah, 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 out there in Florida. Shout out to Florida. Floridians, how you doing? But she was talking about all this sort of shit, and I was like, okay, this girl do magic, and she act like she don't do magic, but she stopped doing magic because she got afraid. So I'm, tapping into this, y'all. I went to bed, y'all. I had a dream that I woke up and I went down the stairs to go to my car, and I really thought this happened because this felt so real. I woke up in my dream, y'all. Woke up, put on my shoes, got dressed, y'all. Walked down the stairs, and I should have known because as I'm going down the stairs to go to my car, in reality, the elevator was out of service and it had a big thing on it. And the elevator was not out of service. I go to my car, unlock the car. I'm in there looking for something. And when I look up, bitch, it was like a thriller situation, girl, where it was like zombies and weird looking spirits and girl, cyclops and shit. I was like, what the fuck? So girl, I'm like yelling for my friend, like, girl, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? And y'all, I literally started running to the stairs, and that's when I woke up. And I was like, what the fuck was that, y'all? And it was literally within a 3-hour period. And I couldn't even tell you, it was the same time, the same type of tea. Like, girl, it was like a parallel, but it was a weird situation. And I know that once again, this was all energy. So like I said, girl, yeah, we're not doing no, and then going into, girl, blood in the bed and shit up. Girl, bye. Girl, no. And where this hotel was at, girl, Bakersfield, there's a lot of tea that goes on in Bakersfield, girl. That's a bowl. Okay, girl, you know, the Native Americans that lived there on Forward, girl, there was a lot of tea there. So, girl, I know that, oh, girl, mm-mm. So, like I said, I'm not opening myself up. In my home, everything is set up. I have things set up a certain way, and that's how it is for me. So, I don't mind doing a reading in my home. But, like I said, me showing up to your house, me going to your hotel room, we doing a reading, and I'm tapping into the spirits on that, girl, I don't do seances. I don't do that, honey. I'm sorry. Oh no, man. Yeah, that's some Hollywood shit. Ain't no real spiritualist, ain't no real channeler, ain't no real medium doing a fucking seance. I don't care what nobody say. If you're a medium out there and you channel and you doing seances, bitch, please send me an email. I would like to have a conversation with you. Because bitch, ain't nobody real doing that shit. Okay. First of all, everybody got spirits on them, good or motherfucking bad. Could you imagine being in a room doing a seance with 4 or 5 other people and all their energies, all their spirits coming through and they're using your body? Girl, that's a heart attack. And that'd be another thing too, where you don't hear stories about people who be allegedly channeling spirits and your mama is gonna talk through me right now, and they're changing their voice up. Hey baby, it's Grandma Lucy. Girl, so how is it y'all never had a heart attack? How is it that girl, like stop with the bullshit, y'all. Stop it. Girl, one of the girls sitting here tapping into the energy. Oh yeah, there's a man, he's sitting right here on my couch. And he's just like so short. He's like waving to me and shit. I'm like, ooh, what you doing? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, girl, Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes, ma'am. Why would the spirit be in your house? Like the idea that this spirit could just, whether you're doing a reading for a client or not, the idea that this spirit could just come into your home and sit right there and just have it, like, girl, who welcomed that spirit into your home? Who allowed that spirit to come in? Bitch, there's other dimensions, there's other realities going to the spirit world. You don't have to, like, girl, you're seeing and you're interpreting something from a whole nother realm. They're not sitting there on your couch, on your bed. Oh, your grandpa's right here on my bed right now. And he's like waving for me to come and lay down with him. Like, ooh, what the hell's going on here? Girl, what? Ma'am, what? Somebody's grandpa is on your bed. That sounds like you need somebody in your bed. And you're not getting it. That's what this is giving. This is not giving, sister, that a spirit is in there and you giving it a reading. You're giving a spirit a reading. You're reading this energy. That's not this is giving, babe. This is giving that you're fantasizing about this girl's grandpa being in your bed. So I'm just like, girl, there's a lot with a lot. So like I said, I would definitely like to do that. Of course, I would like y'all feedback. I know we talk about a lot of tea right now. We didn't talk about a lot, but I went into a lot. But I would like your feedback. Should we do something like that? Should we do, 3 or 4 hours, 2 or 3 hours? We sit here, we do some readings. Maybe we'll do a little hotline thing where I'm like, hey, you guys, send over this. We could do a reading right here, live, blah, 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 whatever. You guys kind of see behind the scenes how I organize my stuff, how I write things out, even going into prepping, right? Maybe even down the line. Maybe it could be a 2-day period, 3-day period. We're prepping for something that we're going to do tomorrow, or we're going to do the following day. But you just kind of get an idea, right? Because it's better to show you than to just tell you, right? Maybe you have ideas, questions about work, and we can answer, okay? Regardless of what you're asking, okay? Anyway, let me see who's up in here, honey. Okay, come on, Nick. You got us limited. How you doing? You clean up your bedroom. I know that's right, honey. Yes, honey, clean that bedroom. That's what I did. That's what I've been doing slowly but surely. Baby, listen, I cleared up my whole right side. Tonight, I'm not going to do shit. I did laundry. Oh my God. I did like 4 loads of laundry last night. Whew. Monday going into Tuesday. Now it's Tuesday going into Wednesday. I did like 4 loads of clothes. God, I packed some shit up. I took it to storage. Girl, I did a lot. So I'm like, tonight, I'm not doing none of that. Tonight, I'm just going to take it easy, relax myself, and prepare for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I'll get back into the swing of things, cleaning more shit, organizing more shit, clearing off my little workstation. Right now, my workstation is in my kitchen, It's in my living room. It's in my guest room. Like I'm doing it all over. But specifically in my guest room, I do my own work there. And then in my room, I do others' work, right? And it depends on what type of work it is. Other work, I don't do work in my home. When it comes to negative work and all the good shit, I don't do work in my home, honey. Those spirits ain't welcomed here. Hello! Okay. Girl, that is crazy. I know, honey. You know, I was heating up a hot pocket one night. I felt a light breeze around me from the corner of my eyes. I seen gray lines flying around me. Oof. That's creepy. That's creepy, honey. Yeah, that's creepy, honey. Definitely creepy. I also feel like when you're in your halfway sleeping state, whether you're waking up or going to bed, you're more open to seeing um crazy stuff like that. Now I remember hearing a story about a lady who also, and this has to be like the 90s. What is her name? I think she became an author of a book too. What is that girl's name? It was in, oh my God, and I believe it was in California. It was like Santa Ana or something. It wasn't San Diego. Maybe it was San Diego. It was some part of California in a sand city. But the lady literally, and if it didn't happen in California, they relocated to California. But they were at home and allegedly video cameras caught while they were in the microwave warming shit up, some type of ultra light coming through. And, you know, these experts, oh, this had to be some type of portal, some type of spirituality because it was a flashlight and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, girl, y'all be thinking that everybody be so gullible, huh? And now that AI videos are out, girl, you're not going to be able to tell nothing real from anything fake, y'all. Like I'm telling y'all right now, people are going to be coming up with so many videos. Oh, yes, we told you the spiritual stuff is enhancing because blah, blah, blah. Like, girl, I saw AI video, y'all, of the Pope shaking hands with an alien. I'm just like, girl, the fuck? You don't think they've always had AI videos and shit like that, girl? They've always had videos like that. Oh, look, the turtle was a dumbass, just flipped himself over. Girl, I'm telling you, these turtles be doing a lot, girl. They be doing a lot. And this little one be biting this big one, girl. You know, and I'm like, I don't know if he mad because the big one don't want to give him none. I don't know what be going on, but he be biting on the bitch, hanging from her face and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I had to go in there the other day and pull the bitch up off the big turtle's neck because she was over here upside down and shit. Oh, what the fuck is going on? I'm not saying it was an alien, but humans still don't know what an actual alien looks like yet. It was a strange experience. I also believe that sometimes things manifest that cannot be explained. And I'm always telling people this, right? Like when you really manifest things and you're able to shift energies and realities and you're able to pull things from other dimensions to manifest in the third dimension, because things either fall from a higher dimension or rises from a lower dimension, right? Everything we experience in this second dimension, because like I said, we live in the third dimension, but our eyes can only perceive two dimensions. Can we talk about it? But we live in a third dimensional world. So things are coming from other realms that we're seeing, but we cannot comprehend it. So I do believe that experiences have happened where people have manifested experiences and it cannot be explained. No type of radiologist, no type of psychologist, no type of paranormal investigator, where they've been doing it for 56 years, can explain this to you. Girl, everybody don't have all the motherfucking answers. If they say we only use 10% of our motherfucking brain, you can't sit here and tell me as an expert that, well, we never heard of that. That's not no proven facts. There's nothing written about that. So that can't be possible. Girl, even going into medical mysteries, there's things that happen outside of medical studies. And some of these doctors have been in practice for 30 plus years and they get training every 6 months. So they would know what is real, what is not, and they cannot explain everything that's happened. So I'm like, I feel like that with a lot of stuff. I think that people who are able to move things will experience abnormal things. But if people are claiming to have experienced things, because I'm not cutting in, I've heard some weird stories from people. Naked Goddess Limited. People were like, listen, I can't get a job. I can't keep a job. Nobody's wanting to hire me. And then on the flip side, an alien came in my room. Like going into the Young Pharaoh shit, girl. Liar, liar, pants on fire. This motherfucker said he had an alien visitation. I'm still trying to see this video that he did with Tasha K, because I'm not signing up for her damn website to see the bullshit neither. I need to see the free video clip of Young Pharaoh being interviewed with Tasha K. And he going into the aliens, helping him out and stitching him up and healing him and all sort of good shit. Because I don't know if he's saying he had some type of disability, which could explain the brain deadness that the motherfucker be having. But anyway, let's not get into that. But he said the aliens were talking to him, and I'm just like, okay, but you can't get alone. So if the aliens come to you and they talk to you, why can't you get them to go in there and get you alone? Like shit like that is very questionable. If you cannot get a job, you cannot keep a job. You cannot do simple tasks like picking the right baby mom or the right baby father. You're not going to convince me that you're able to manifest things the honest way. You're not going to convince me. And that'd be another thing too, y'all. When you've been trying to get loans, because it's a little side note. I don't care if you're white, black, brown, purple, yellow, orange, green, red. You're not going to go into a bank and get a large loan from a bank if you don't have any proof of income and any proof or any type of what they call it leverage to get a proof for that loan. And a lot of people like collateral too. If you're a newbie, they see that you got some type of credentials there, but they're like, listen, I don't feel comfortable giving you $100,000, $1 million. They want collateral. And if you don't have collateral, but you're not getting approved, it have nothing to do with race. I told y'all a long time ago about a story about a family that basically are first generation Mexicans, came here, didn't know a lick of English, became American citizens, literally got their money, worked their asses off, literally started having their kids, and they invested money into these accounts for their kids. When the kids turned 18, they were all gifted with a business. And now this whole family owns a very reputable business throughout California, Northern and Central and Southern California. And I had the pleasure to sit down with this family and to discuss and to talk about it. And so at the end of the day, it's like it has nothing to do with race, but it has everything to do with your assets are. Are you an asset or are you a liability? And that's what it comes down to. What can you offer us? Sometimes good credit is not enough. Sometimes they're like, listen, you're new. You never owned a business phone. You never owned a business. Your business is a new business. We need proof that you can manage, blah, 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 blah. And that's what you got to do. And so that's what it comes down to, honey. So if they can do it, anybody can do it. And that actually kind of motivated me too. Where I was like, all things are possible. Because they came here to set up a life for their family and it worked. Right. And I did my checks too, girl. I checked everything. Verified it was real. Everyone liked this video. Thank you, Naked Goddess. I think there's only 1 or 2 people in here, honey. I don't know. It be saying like 2 or 3 people, sometimes 7, 8 people. I don't know if it be real or not, honey. I like these ideas. Okay. I remember that. You remember that lady, huh? Yes. Well, listen, so maybe I'll come back. And of course, it'll be the daytime, the evening time. It'll be up to y'all, right? I could do a day that I'm running my errands and I can come in the evening, like do like 3 to 7 my time, 3 to 7. We could do early morning, get up, start my day, get on, do my thing. Y'all could just, decide all that, but I want to do that, right? And share ideas. And I kind of got the idea, honestly, from Bigo. Right. People be sitting on this Bigo app, y'all, and they just be thinking that people going to gift them money and shit. They don't be doing shit, just sitting there looking stupid. Girl, just talking shit, thinking they're going to get gifted. Girl, like somebody was on here, what was it, 2 days ago on Bigo, talking about how he hates his life, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not going to say shit. Let me keep it pushing. But I ended up going back into his room and I told him, yeah, babe, you hate your life. You need to change your life because your circumstances are not going to change if your mindset does. And he's like, it's easier said than done. And I said, what do you mean by it's easier said than done? Well, yeah, I got a baby mama. I got a dumbass baby mama. I got to go to court. My lawyer costs $800 a day to fight in court. Court cases could go to 3 to 4 weeks. I was like, bro, Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. If that means, baby, you need to go ahead and let your baby mama have your son, have your daughter, whatever the case may be. You do your thing for 6 months to a year. You go work your motherfucking ass off to get that money to afford the $800 a day lawyer. You do that shit, bro. That's what the fuck that means. That means, bitch, you put your mind to it and you fucking do it. Stop making fucking excuses. And it'd be more sickening to me when men do it, because I'm like, you can do anything you want to do. You can join the fucking military and get a sign-on bonus to shit. Like, there's so many things you can do. Girl, what? And you're sitting here looking stupid, pouting about, I don't want to see you play the boo. Like, girl, no, it's not. On top of that, you should have thought about that before you had a baby with this motherfucker. How about that? Because if she's dumb, you're dumb too. Because you gave her your baby. Make it make sense. So then he's like, well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and change this topic because clearly you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You clearly don't have no kids. First of all, homeboy, we could have had kids, bitch. First of all. Second of all, bitch, it's about making decisions. Making the right fucking decisions. Stop blaming people for your decisions. Admit, yes, I made a decision. I was wrong. I did things I was wrong. I'm here to correct them and work that shit out, bro. That means you need to relocate to Alaska. That means you need to move to Dallas, Texas for a couple of months. You do that. I will never be in a situation where I have free range and be complaining about my life and do nothing about my life that I'm complaining about. That doesn't make sense to me. That has to be some type of mental illness. That has to be some type of fuckery and stupidity, in my honest opinion. I'm just being real. There's no way I'm serious say I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man. But yeah, you act like a little boy. And then when people call you out for being a little boy, because that's probably the problem with your baby mama not wanting to fuck with you like that because you're a little fucking boy and she'll feel comfortable with you having a motherfucking son. But either way, he tried to let me have it. And then on the flip side, daddy was trying to sell his content, talk about $300 for some motherfucking content. First of all, homeboy, you're not that cute. Second of all, you look slimy, dimey, and dirty. Bitch, why the fuck would I pay you $350 for some motherfucking news? And I have some of my favorite motherfucking celebrities news in my motherfucking computer, motherfucking cell phone. Bitch, the fuck? Who are you? Bitch, I like to be smart. Bitch, I'm about to sit here and be a motherfucking sugar mama. Girl, bye. I remember, bitch, what? Bitch, you don't lost your motherfucking mind, homeboy. So I was like, listen, if these people can get on Bigo and they can beg for shit and they ain't doing shit, they're not singing, they're not dancing, they're just sitting here rocking back and forth, getting high and shit, looking dumb. No brain cell. Oh no, y'all. Oh no, I'm gonna do. Bitch, let's do some productive shit, girl. So I was like, you know what? I could turn my YouTube page into a little Bigo account. Bigo Rego for the day. Rego Bigo. Just for the day. Go get on broadcast. What they say, they got a broadcast 2 hours today. Get on for 2 hours, y'all. Do a session with y'all. Reading session, cleansing session, healing session, dancing session, a consulting session. Girl, we do all the sessions in 2 hours. What? Bitch, I'll make sure I plan a day out, y'all. For within that 2 hours, y'all get a taste of everything. Y'all see what a consultation is giving. Y'all see what a reading is giving. Y'all see what preparing for a class is giving. Y'all see what preparing for casework is giving. Y'all see preparing for a consultation is giving. We'll talk about some Midnight Metanoids. We'll talk about some Beyond 11 Gates. Very lightly snippets type, stuff, girl. We'll probably go into a little bit of Kurt Cobain, Mr. Cooper. Can we talk about it? We'll probably talk about a little bit of other tea, other weed, DDD. Maybe we'll talk about an experience that I had with, a spiritual experience that I had, because the bitch said sister to sis, right? She said sister to sis, bitch, bye. 2018, 2019, she said sister to sis. I think that's almost up. I think the cease and desist is almost up. I think I can start talking about some tea. And I wouldn't go into names dropping all that, but we'll talk about a little snippet of some motherfucking tea about what it is and how, what we do when we encounter certain situations. Because what I was really thinking, that mom was about to fly my ass out and I was about to be human trafficked. That's what I really think was going on, girl. See, everything, and they so slick and they be so cute. And I would love to fly you out. First of all, baby girl, you don't live over there. You don't live, bitch. First of all, ma'am, you do not live. Where are we going? You don't live in Beijing. Why are we going to Beijing for, girl? Why we can't have, girl, we can have a session over there. We can have a session over there in Florida. We got a session over here in Atlanta. We go up there to Canada, sis. Bitch, fuck the dumb shit. We go to Antigua, Barbados, Trinidad. Bitch, why the fuck are we going way? Girl, what? We going way over there to fucking Singalese and shit. What we going over there for? Girl, you trying to set me up? Baghdad and shit, girl. What we going over there to Bahrain and shit for? Myanmar and all that. Marmar and girl, what? What? Girl, that's not bitch. Listen. Then she really fucked up when she gave it a background story about Tom, Dick, and Harry and how he was. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna look at my paperwork to make sure that this system is up, y'all, because we're gonna be talking about some tea, girl. Because I really didn't like that shit, and I be telling y'all right now, these celebrities be batshit motherfucking crazy, and I don't really care to do any type of work with them because, bitch, at the end of the day, girl, I don't give a fuck about you being able to drop 10,000, 30,000, 40,000. Oh, I can fly you out, or I can give you payroll. What you charge by the day? Yeah, whatever. I was fly you out for the weekend. Would 10,000 be good for the whole weekend? Girl, first of all, man, I don't give a fuck about if you got 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. You gonna give me a house, a car. Girl, you gonna let me drive your Lamborghini for the week? I don't give a fuck about none of that, girl. What we really doing? Is this a spiritual connection or there's some foo-foo shit going on? You trying to human traffic me? Because that's what I'm really waiting on. I'm really waiting for this bitch to come out and talk about her human trafficking situation. But she quiet as church house mouse. You know, she's quiet, girl. But years ago, she was over here complaining about she's the victim. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. I need you to come in and save me. Okay? Girl, had me twisted, bend up backwards, girl. Girl, listen. I think for like 3 days, I didn't even sleep properly. I think, girl, I slept like 2 or 3 hours. You sleeping? You go to bed? Bitch, yeah, I go to bed. The fuck? Yes, I go to sleep. The fuck, girl? The heck? Like, excuse me. Surgery and heavy makeup, works for you so you can hide your bags and all that good shit, girl. You can function, let them tell it, y'all be partying and playing and shit. And I kind of believed it, Anyway, like I said, girl, we'll be talking about that too, y'all. I need to see when that assistant is up because that's not permanent. That's not permanent, baby. We're going to see if that assistant is up. Like I said, we're not going to give out no names, but we're going to give tea, backgrounds, all the good shit, and how, bitch, even I was getting random numbers calling me. So I was like, is this number tracked? Is she being tracked and being monitored? Oh, no, there's no way they can monitor this because this is actually... this phone is actually my assistant's name. Well, that's kind of weird because when you're calling me on your call ID, that's how I knew what your birth name was. Before this, I didn't know it. I only knew you by your entertainment name. I never even thought of, let me look up what her birth name is. Just so happened you're calling a call ID and I'm seeing your birth name. So the phone was bought by your assistant. Why is your birth name on a call ID then? That doesn't make sense to me. So I'm like, girl, are you being monitored or something? Because it's weird because I was getting all these weird calls. And when I'm looking up these calls, it was like Pennsylvania, New York, LA. I was like 424. The fuck is going on over here? What type of dungeon shit is going here? And then I need you to come in. Then that's another thing too. Where she was like, do you know anybody who A, B, C, D, E, F, G? No, I don't. Well, I was hoping that maybe you come up and don't worry, you be good because no, listen. Baby, that's okay. I got brothers and cousins who are down to be a security for me. Baby, you don't need to give me no security on that, girl, because that's the setup too. Now we got the TV show called Queen's Man and shit. I really know how shit go down now. So, bitch, yeah, you're not going to give me no security, girl. Yeah, I got big cousins, military trained, licensed, gun licensed, 6'5", 325-pound, all muscle cousins and uncles and shit, girl. I'll be down to come and, protect the bitch. Okay, hello? Okay, so no, ma'am. But girl, well, I need you to play this role and you're going to be my cousin and you're not going to say this now because nobody... Girl, first of all, if this man sucker punched you and threw your ass through... This is not funny. But if he sucker punched you and he threw your ass through a wall, baby, you don't think he won't think twice about doing that to me too? Then you talk about his friends and shit was down for the program too because he pays them hush money. Oh, girl. Mm-mm. Girl, no, man. I'm not in that, girl. No, I wish you best with that. If you want to do with that, you can. But that's just not, yeah, I'm not in for that, girl. You know, I'm not that girl. You know, you'll find somebody that will help you though. I'm not that one. Okay. Anyway, let me get up out of here, girl. Girl, sundown towns, right. Let's talk about that. You want to talk about sundown towns? We'll do that. Okay, that's scary. Yes, right. Listen, honey. Listen, y'all. Y'all, listen. Maybe we'll start doing some story times too. You know what I can do? Oh my God. Pseudonames. I don't believe. I think I could give out pseudonames. Oh my God. I think I could tell stories and give out pseudonames, girl. And change up cities and call it other names and shit. Tell y'all a story, but tell y'all a story and don't give the same name and switch up on the other side. So if it's a New York thing, I'll say LA. If it's an LA thing, I'll say New York. Ooh, wait, girl. I think that's what we're going to do. I think the next time we meet y'all, it's going to be a Midnight Metanoia. And we're going to give y'all one of the conversations that I had with, and that's another thing too, girl. I'll be thinking that, listen, girl, listen. I'm going to save that because y'all, listen, this is deep. Let me say this. I'm going to say this, two things. Okay? I met an entrepreneur from the Dominican Republic. And I'm be done with this, y'all, because I want to let out so y'all to be like, girl, she want to break it up and show and break it up. So what the hell going on? So I met a guy from the Dominican Republic who is an entrepreneur. This man, I won't get into that, but something had happened where we crossed paths, and I kind of just was hi, bye, boo, boo, boo. But then, y'all, I end up going on IG, and there was somebody that who's who's in the industry, and I saw that he commented on their stuff, and I was like, wait a minute. So I was like, wait a minute, are you blank, blank, blank? And then, of course, he slid into my DM, was like, yeah, I'm and oh, wow, this your IG page? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, oh, wow, interesting. And so we're just talking. So, y'all, this person vanished for like, let's see. Oh my God. What was this? December. Okay, so this person vanished for 11 months. All of a sudden, we crossed paths again, right? Because there was a little soiree, and we crossed paths again. And I was like, oh my God, so what, where you been at? Oh, I've been good and blah, blah, blah. Then he's dropping tea on, TTTT. Now, mind y'all, this is a straight guy, right? This is a straight man. He's not gay. He don't do gay anything. But baby, when I tell you that he told me that it was some high rolling gay pain shit, and how he was, he had originally told the individual what he was open to, but he was not into man on man stuff. But if he was willing to help him and sponsor him to be American, that he'll do things for the guy, not with him, but for him. So allegedly, this guy had a girlfriend who's also in the industry, and not a girlfriend like they're dating, but the girl is the industry and they're good friends. So they were going to hook them up. It was going to be some type of range shit, y'all. And y'all, they fucked this boy up where he was going up and literally everything dropped down, lost everything, y'all. And I really want this person to reach out to a blogger and tell their motherfucking story. That's what I really, really want. And of course, people are going to say, well, you should be the one, because I was talking about the sister. I'm like, you should be the one to interview him and break the fucking story. He will be down. But I'm like, no, because now that's going to be a whole nother fucking arena. And I like having my little small channel. Yeah, I like really being like viewed by like only 10 people. Honestly, I really enjoy being viewed by like 4 or 5 people, 10 people, maybe 20 people. I enjoy that. I don't care to have thousands and thousands and thousands of views and people watching me. Because, bitch, the more people that watch you, the more shit. Like, girl, now, like, oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. That ever happens, I'm okay with that, but that's not my motherfucking goal. And girl, if that ever happens to get girl, it will really be like I'll be completely private, like for real, more private than what I'm now. And I'm very private right now. So to be really some private shit, girl, like I will not step out my house without a different wig on, different outfit on, girl. I even have an accent. I'll develop a whole nother tea. You won't know the tea, girl. That's how I will be, girl. I'll make sure I have a different car too, bitch. Don't play with me. I will go get another car, keep that car in motherfucking storage, and only drive out when I want to. Don't play with me, girl, because people trying to follow you too to get your plates and shit too. No, ma'am. That's all like showing my cars and shit when I get on cam and shit, girl, because you ain't fucking spot me. I spy, you spy. Okay. But I'm like, I would love for him to go on one of these bloggers and tell this story because he wants to, yeah. Listen, y'all, like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all what I know. And maybe I can call him and he can tell y'all. Let me tell y'all what the gag is too. He met another spiritualist from New York who does not get on YouTube, who is not a TikToker. She's actually a spiritualist based in New York, and she has a huge following on Facebook from people in motherfucking New York. And this lady, y'all, when I tell you, listen, I'm not getting into that. But anyway, there's a lot with a lot, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Y'all supposed to be 1 o'clock. I'm about to calm myself down. I had a very long day. I want to come in here to talk about feedback, ideas, also kind of recap because I got an email about, questions about this and that, blah, 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 blah. And, girl. Also, let me get on YouTube. Let me address some tea and then we'll get off and we'll do our thing. So yeah, y'all, let me know. Going back into the situation. Let me know. Naked Goddess Unlimited, was saying, let's, why not? Let's do it. I love the idea. Let's do it, y'all. Let's tap in. There's something else that I also wanted to do too, which we'll talk about. So I'm going to wait. I might even post a poll because I'm eager to know what is it y'all want to do. And I'm just going to surprise y'all with the TTTEE. And like I said, girl, we're going to talk about some tea and we're going to tap into some heavier energy too. Because a lot of people don't talk about shit, y'all. I even be typing it on Google. Spirituals talking about blank, blank, blank. None of these hoes be talking about this shit, y'all. When I tell y'all that, I be like, why y'all not talking about this? Why y'all not doing what Lady Gaga? The techniques that Lady Gaga, because y'all allegedly the same shit that Lady Gaga is, right? Why y'all not talking about that shit? Why y'all not talking about her practice? Why y'all not doing her practice? Because y'all showing y'all altar. Girl, it's like it's a stage. Everything's so big and so grand. Why y'all not doing your meditation, showing us what you're giving, what you're working on, this good shit, girl? Girl, show us some tea. You already telling people your business anyway, spiritually. Why not let us see it all? Why not? Let's see you put yourself in some type of little trance and do some stuff. Now, we're not talking about putting Azima on your face, girl, putting in context and shit. But that's what we would love to see. Anyway, I'm done. Love and lights, love and truth, y'all. I'll be back, girl. And listen, I told y'all, listen, don't judge me. A lot of times I'll be on camera with y'all, girl, I'll be naked. Y'all, listen. And I'm like, do y'all want to put clothes on and get on YouTube and da da da? No, I don't want to put clothes on. I love being naked. Unfortunately, YouTube is not an X-rated thing. Listen, can y'all tell me if there's an X-rated site that I can broadcast on? Because I would love to be in the bluff. We'll keep it a little, mature I rated R type of tea. But I would love to just sit here and talk about spirituality without any clothes on. I would love that. Is there a site we can do this on? Let me know. Baby, y'all get all the screenshots I need to motherfucking get to because I don't give a fuck. Okay? Fuck about none of that. Anyway, y'all, love and light, love and truth, honey. We'll be back, girl. Y'all be seeing me again very, very soon. Okay, we're gonna talk about some tea, and it's gonna be classified as a Beyond the 11th Gate. Okay, we haven't done 11th Gate in a very long time, y'all. We are gonna actually do one. Okay. Anyway, y'all, bye for now. Good seeing you, Naked Goddess Unlimited. Okay, love and lights, love and truth.